So hello guys, what's up and welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's me, your girl Barrister Neze, and this is Nezeville. Since our last video detailing the history and the sequence of events that preceded Mohbad's demise, a lot more information have now come to light. Many cankerworms unraveled. And in today's video, I will be bringing us up to speed with all of those updates. First, when the news of Mohbad's passing was made public, and all the many speculation that his former record label boss Naira Marley was complicit in that event, so many people were looking forward to seeing Naira Marley's defense or reaction to that very strong allegation. It did send the cold chill down the spines of many when he responded in the most shocking of ways. Taking to his Snapchat account, Naira Marley posted this video of him dancing, vibing, and not having any care in the world. Totally unbothered. People could not understand such level of arrogance and presumptuousness. He must have thought that it was one of these bashings that would last 24 hours and by the next day, everybody would move on with their lives. But the pain of the death of this young, promising lad, filled with a bright future, hit people so deeply. So when he saw that this flame was not going out anytime soon, he then released a statement. I would read it partly. Hey guys, I've been shattered. Don't even know what to type since. I've been so hot, wallahi. But guys, let's do this for Mohbad. I know internet can. Let us shed light into this matter from Imole. Where did he go? Who took him there? Who are the people he was with? Who was he last seen with? What was the nurse treating? Who is the nurse? Why was there no autopsy? Why was he buried so quick in that manner? Who is the guy in the car with his lifeless body? Light over darkness every day. They want to hide it by paying blogs. Let us show them their money is wasted. A lot of his friends know exactly what happens to him. Who is bullying people to delete the posts that's showing what happened to him on that day? He then proceeded to change his display picture to that of Mohbad. Whatever result he was expecting to get from this condolence message, he certainly got the opposite. People were not buying into this one bit. In fact, they considered it one of the worst gaslighting to have ever been experienced by them in the whole of their lifetime. I mean, a boy you constantly beat up, a boy who opened his mouth to say that you are threatening him, you are sending thoughts on him, you are sending talks to beat him, and that if anything happens to him, you should be held responsible. A boy you tortured, make his life a tumultuous hell until he died, and you're here talking about what? Asking questions that maybe you may have the answer to. Asking questions and avoiding those very pertinent ones, such as why were you torturing him, and why were you beating and oppressing him, why were you sending your thoughts to him, and why were you making his life a living hell? What happens to those questions? Why weren't they asked? Perhaps you would provide the answers to those ones. A lot of people were not taken to this condolence message. As a matter of fact, they saw it as insult upon injury. And before long, several people started advocating for his record label to be cancelled. Petitions flying here and there, and even the call to unfollow him on all social media platforms is gaining momentum with every passing day, because in just 48 hours of that incident, he has lost over 300,000 followers on Instagram alone. He is said to have gone into hiding somewhere out of the country. I will keep following up on that situation, and be sure that I will keep you abreast as they unfold. The next person who has reacted to the demise of Mohbad The next unexpected person, I must rephrase, is none other but Sam Larry himself. If you do not know of Sam Larry, or if you have not watched my last video detailing this incident, Sam Larry is that very guy seen in several videos, tracking Mohbad down, beating him up, appearing in his video shoots with machetes and touts to oppress him, intimidate him, injure him, and make life generally unbearable for him. Taken to Instagram, this same man who was responsible for bullying Mohbad until his last breath released a video, almost wearing a smirk. You could smell that smirk around the corners of his mouth. And in that video, this man said that he loves Mohbad so much. Mohbad is his brother. Mohbad is the love of his life. That he would never do anything to hurt Mohbad. He's not involved in Mohbad's passing. He loves Mohbad from the depth of his soul. This and that. How Mohbad is his best friend in the world. And people are like, how would you like your thunder strike? Boiled, fried, roasted, or grilled? Are these men actually taking us for a joke? Is this a comedy show to them? Even if it's fine for you to come out and deny having a direct relationship with whatever led to his immediate passing, that we may understand. But coming out to tell us about how much you loved him, when the videos are everywhere showing how you tortured this child, an old man like you, a father with children approaching 50, how you tortured this 27-year-old boy, how this boy never knew peace all through his life, became hypertensive because of you, sustained injuries and scars because of you. Is that your idea of love? And you have the guts to come out now that he's late to say you love him. He is the love of your life, the sugar in your tea, the one that you cannot breathe with. Is this a joke? This made people conclude that this man may be a lot more evil and sinister than we may have expected. Another painfully interesting update since the last video is on Mohbad's father. Since Mohbad's passing a few days ago, Mohbad's father has acted in a way, in many ways actually, that some people consider very unbecoming of a father who just lost his son barely a week ago. Firstly, Mohbad's father has sort of insisted that Naira Marley didn't do anything to Mohbad, had just given Mohbad some little beating to correct him, and that Mohbad had passed from other things. Secondly, he has lamented on how he was the one that brought the money to bury his son. He didn't receive any money. The money this artist sent to him didn't get to him. Mohbad's wife has confiscated some of Mohbad's property. Mohbad's property did this and Mohbad's car did that. Properties? Your son's body has not even turned cold. You're talking of properties and money and allocation and the expenses you incurred for his burial. A lot of people found that very unsettling. Thirdly, this man started lamenting. Oh my God. I mean, just a few hours after his grown-up child passed under very unusual and suspicious circumstances. This man started lamenting on the kind of house he's living in. See the kind of house I live in, oh. Hey, my Mohbad's father. See where I live. Unbefitting, oh. Help me, oh. Come to my aid. See my house. Hey. And people are like, what a father. So your interest is not seeking justice for your son. Your son's life ended so prematurely in his prime, under very mysterious circumstances, and there are evidences everywhere showing that he was bullied and maltreated for the most part of his last 2 years. And he was buried like a chicken with an undersized coffin. And your primary concern is not how to seek justice for your son. What's nagging you is not how to voice out to the authorities, insisting that they carry out a full-scale investigation to unravel what really happens to that child of yours. Your concern, rather, is how to benefit and leverage on the situation for your own financial gratification. What a pity. What a shame. Another major update that has occurred is the emergence, I call it emergence, of Mohbad's mother. Prior to her emergence, it was common belief that Mohbad had lost his mother when he was a little boy. But it has become clearer now to see that the loss that he sang about was not to death, but to separation. It seems that his parents separated when he was a little child and his mother left. His dad then proceeded to get married to another woman. Mohbad's mother has now resurfaced, spitting fire. According to her, she insists very, very strongly that there is nothing natural about the sudden demise of her child. She claims that her child was doing just fine until he joined that record label, Naira Marley's record label, and then his woes began. She has cried out very bitterly the pain that only a mother can feel. She has wept profusely, cried out that justice should be sought and given for her son. What a sharp contrast to observe. While mommy advocates for justice, daddy is clamoring for his own financial settlement. So moving on from that one, I know one of the questions, the nagging questions on the lips of many is, what is the government doing about this situation? What are the authorities doing? Has Nigeria now fallen into full-blown anarchy? What are the responsible authorities saying? What action have they taken? What measures have they carried out in this whole incident? Especially in the face of such overwhelming evidence. We all have seen the videos, it's as clear as crystal. So what are the authorities doing? According to the public relations officer of the Nigerian Police Force, the Inspector General of Police has ordered the Commissioner of Police for Lagos State to conduct a full-blown investigation into this matter. Here is what the Lagos State Police Command spokesperson, Benjamin Hundeyin, had to say in addition.
The first PRO issued a statement this evening saying that investigation would commence, and that is what we are going to do. Investigation would commence. If need be, the body will be exhumed. It's not too late. The body can be exhumed and autopsy can be performed. And the statement also states that people should bring whatever information they have to the Commissioner of Police Lagos State. That's because we don't want to do hierarchy anymore. Take it to first aid, bring it to Lagos State Command. It doesn't matter. We are going to harmonize it within ourselves and ensure that.
Well, to a few people, this is the right step in the right direction. An investigation has to be done, a panel of inquiry, this and that, the process. But to a lot more people, this is beneath sufficient. This is not enough. We have heard of several panels, we have heard of several investigations that didn't see the light of day, that we didn't get any results from. So we're not going to hurriedly be excited about this investigation. People believe that there is what is called government sensitivity to public outcry. A responsible government must be sensitive to the feelings and the outcry of the people that it leads. You cannot turn to a block, a stone. You cannot become impenetrable when your people are crying. It's like a mother-child relationship. You don't hear your baby cry and you turn the other way and sleep. No. You are public servants and you occupy public positions. And in well-working democracies, those positions were given to you. They are the mandates of the people. You are there because the people put you there to act on their collective interests. So we want to get that relatability and that relationship with our government officials. They believe that by now, an official statement should have been released by the Lagos state government, in addition to what the police is doing. That state has a commander-in-chief. Where is the governor? Why is he not speaking? What of the commissioner for youth affairs? Why hasn't there been any arrests yet? With all the evidences circulating. And if an arrest has not been possible due to the unavailability of the culprits or the suspected culprits, why hasn't no one been declared wanted yet? Why the seeming reluctance? Why the perceived lukewarmness? Why the slow pace? Many people ask. So on this note, what do you think, guys? Do you think that the police should not and cannot act on the emotions on social media? There is a sequence for handling suspected crimes and the police are doing their job. Do you think it's enough? Do you think what is happening is enough? Or do you think there should be more updates? There should be more information from the government and from the police. There should be more action that should have been taken by now. Are you part of the people that believe that a lot more should and can be done by government and its officials? One of Mohbad's very good friends and fellow musician, Bella, who was one of the very few people who stood up for this guy in his lifetime and was very vocal about his sufferings in the hands of his former record label boss, has now broken his silence. He took to social media to voice out that despite he has resisted the urge to say or write anything about this issue yet, the spirit of Mohbad has continually tortured him, has continually nagged him to speak and to act, has continually appeared to him in the dream, and that he has no option but to voice out. Let us hear a few of the things he had to say. Since he died, his spirits have not left me saying a lot of things in my head, pointing hands to people that need to be dealt with in my dreams. Mohbad submitted lots and lots, emphasis on that, lots and lots of petition against these people. But the Nigerian police are driven with nepotism and nonchalant attitude towards this matter until this boy is no more. In the past few days, I have tried my best not to carry my phone and type anything, but Mohbad's spirits won't let me rest, knowing that I'm the only one that can make his spirits calm by making those of them who made him live in fear and almost with nothing to feed on never also get rest. Yes, I mean wahala just won't start like this. I no go gree. And I mean it. Sam Larry and the whole Malians music must be arrested. Make all of us dey police. And if the Nigerian police too weak to fish out these people, we go do it street, legal or illegal. Any which way like this, war done starts. Justice for Mohbad. I really do hope that the responsible authorities do not let this situation degenerate to a string of attacks and reprisal attacks for them to act and do the right thing. I hope it doesn't get to the stage where things will degenerate and violence will erupt and people will take laws into their own hands to avenge the death of this man. I do hope that the authorities do the right thing and do it fast. As more and more disheartening videos showing the many attacks and suffering that this boy endured in the hands of this gang.
All this, what do they call them? People that do shows.
Show promoters.
Show promoters, yeah. They didn't want to pick me for shows because, should I tell you?
Yeah.
Because I left the label, and if they want to reach out to me and they still go back to the label and the label keeps saying that boy is not really okay, like he's going through a lot, and the ship won't believe that.
More and more people, more and more public figures are beginning to weigh in on the matter. Top amongst them are Tonto DK, Davido's media aide Dre Official, and Nollywood actress Iyabo Ojo.
A fight for one is a fight for all. They cannot be bigger than all of us. This boy's death must bring justice, not just to him alone, but to all other upcoming young boys who has risen from the slum and looked up to you people out there and say, I want to be a Wizkid. Wizkid, I need you. Tiwa Savage, I need you.
And now it seems like that small noise that they felt would wear out in no time has now become a movement, with everybody chanting justice for Mohbad. If you support this movement, this agitation, if this incident has brought tear to your eye or made you lose winks of sleep, show your solidarity. I want to see you drop the hashtag justice for Mohbad down in the comment section and on any platform that you think that you can share it. It is important that I note before I close this video that the effect, the impact of this movement for justice for Mohbad has already begun being felt in the camp of Naira Marley. One of Naira Marley's frontier artists, Zinoleski, who was already scheduled to hold a show in the United States in a few days' time, has now had the whole show cancelled by the US show promoter. While little wins should be celebrated, a lot of people are still desirous, hungry, starving, impatient for justice, real justice. And I do hope that in no distant time, justice will be served. I will certainly be watching for more updates, and be sure that as they unfold, I'll bring it to your notice. Thank you for watching. So guys, we have come to the end of today's video. Don't forget to share all your thoughts about everything that I have highlighted down in the comment section. If you're new here or if you've been watching without subscribing, don't fail to hit the subscribe button, turn on your bell notifications, give this video a thumbs up, and drop all your feelings down in the comments, and stick around because we have so much more coming your way. It's me, your girl Barrister Neze, and this is Nezaville.